respect, and cooperation among people of all faiths for the well-being of the humanity, to live in peace. As Colin said, my name is Pierrot Ngadi. I'm a human rights activist originally from the Congo, a country which Roger Casement discovered the abuses of King Leopold II agents toward Congolese people. I want to talk a little bit about the Congo. Briefly, the background. The Congo is the second largest country of Africa because it was the third. When Sudan was divided, it became now second. And it covers area of 2,345,410 kilometers square. And the population is estimated 80 million. It gained independence on the 30th of June, 1960 from Belgium. The Congo has main languages, which are Lingala, Kikongo, Swahili, and Chiluba. Approximately 250 ethnic that share, inhabit the Congo and share the same cultural trait. The Congo was formerly Congo Free State, Belgium, then became Congo Leopoldville, then Congo Kinshasa, Zaire, and now back Democratic Republic of Congo. The Congo is located in Central Africa. It's bordered with 9 countries. For 9th country, it's Sudan, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Zambia, Angola, Republic of Congo, and with Tanzania, which is separated by the Lake Tanganyika on the east. The Congo is rich in minerals, natural resources, but that resources have been illegally exploited by other countries, such as Rwanda and Uganda and United States, who use coltan. You know, everyone has the mobile phone. There are some pieces of Congo inside the mobile phone and laptop. That's where people have been killed every time. We have timber, rubber, which is exploited by the French, Rwanda and Uganda, and Canada also. We have diamond, copper, and many things. The plundering of the Congolese resources remain one of the main conflict cause and the constant parameter in the analysis of the different violent conflict that has erupted in the Congo. And that has molded the state throughout its history since King Leopold II, exploitation of cotton, ivory, and rubber. And you know the story of rubber, what was used. It was useful to make tires and to make a piano, keyboard for the ivory, and other things. The abuses from the Congo led Roger Casement to make a report on about the Congo to exploit what the abuses the agent of King Leopold was doing in the Congo. Roger Casement is an Irish patriot. He was born in Dunleary, the 1st September in 1864, and died on the 3rd August 1916 by execution in the UK. He was known as a good diplomat and Irish nationalist. He worked for the British Foreign Office as a diplomat and later became a great humanitarian activist, poet, and the East Rising leaders. We can describe Roger Casement as the 20th century human rights activist, and he was good as a humanitarian. He was honored in 1905 as in United States because during that report, knighted in 1911 for the important investigation of human rights abuses in Peru. In Africa, as a young man, Kesmet first worked for commercial interest and before joining the British colonial service. In 1891, he was appointed as a British consul, a profession he followed for more than 20 years. He was arrested, convicted, and executed for high treason. I came to come across this great man, Roger Kesmet, through my friend, a good journalist also in Ireland, Vincent Brown. And he's a well-known journalist. He bought me a book and was telling me the story about him, about the Congo. And I was inspired to know exactly more. But my deep understanding was through a historian professor from Limerick called Angus Mitchell, who wrote also many books. I came to learn about Roger Kesmet to know exactly what he did in the Congo is proud. And also what Irish people, like a mission, went in the Congo without knowing anything in Africa, and they fight for my country. That I have this privilege for me. When I'm in Ireland, I'm proud to tell them face to face that what they did in my country was great, because in that time the Congo would be divided. Their contribution and the legacy for Roger Kesmet. And what for us, we remember this great humanitarian because he took the courage to write and explain to people, and also to form the first organization here in country, in Antrim, which was called Congo Reform Association, with his friend Ed Moore, Alice Stanford Green. They did really something very, very important for my country, exposing King Leopold second for what he was doing, flashing to the Congolese people. One of his friends reading the book, he said that, or I can give the name, was Bluma Hobson, said that, I have known no one who was so stirred at the thought of injustice and wrong, whether it was in Africa, America, or in Ireland. I have not met his equal for courtesy and kindness or generosity. I don't expect also to meet alike. Kesmet's achievement was how he managed to link up those oppressed people of the world, whether they live in the Congo, the Amazonia, or Ireland, and help give them common purpose, because he wanted first to see people as one family, as Mark Brown explained to us here in the first session. It was humanity that Kesmet loved. He loved living in peace. Eamon de Valera said that about Roger Kesmet, that time must elapse before the full extent of Kesmet's sacrifice can be understood and appreciated outside Ireland. Yes, I can say that time has come for this great man who started his work as volunteer in the International African Association, which later became the Congo Free State. His arrival with the moment when European power gathered in Berlin, you remember all this story in 1885 when they decided Africa. That was brutality to, as Geraldine explained, that Sudan was already one big country, but after that it was divided with this colonial time. What kind of abuses that King Leopold inflicted to the Congolese people? For example, you know, they were something that he's obliged people to kill elephants and export ivory tax, and that ivory tax that price was really imposed to the Congolese people to work as slave labor. Those who refused to obey local king agents, really, they had home destroyed. Many were raped and killed. And the Congo Basin and the product became a source of great wealth to King Leopold II, who used his riches to self-profit. And also, we know exactly what happened with this has explained the rubber, because if you don't produce a quantity of rubber to sell, your hand will be cut off. That was the punishment that they gave to the Congolese people. And in that time, when Roger Casement came back in Europe, went back to the Congo, so the entire population didn't exist, because most of people maybe ran or they were killed. And that's made him to write this report. If we're talking about this achievement, is to know exactly that there are people who cares about others, because we are one family. We need to live all together, and to see the suffering of someone is mine, and how can I come to help? Now we're talking about this Brexit, for example. What is going to be? I believe Roger Casement has a humanitarian, and the one who wanted unity would maybe oppose on this, but always in this time, majority only wins. And what will be the experience of Brexit? Remember what happened with, it was good for EU single markets that allows people to move with their goods, money, people within the EU, and it was like a single country, but and with a good law that governed them. But imagine now what's going to happen. And those who lost their life during before Friday agreement, and what's going to happen for the Friday agreement, and they're sending things again backward. And the economic issue is going to be also a big problem for that. Soft border or hard border or whatever we can imagine is going to be a big problem at the moment. I think the Irish border was a key pillar of the peace negotiation that ended 30 years of conflict in the Northern Ireland between the two main religions. And we see now at the moment how crime has been reported to the media, and incident, hatred. I think it's going to, we're going toward this kind of issues. We have to experience that soon. But I think as a UPF is there, UPF is there, we can do our best that to teach also our fellow human being to live in peace, because this is the mission that UPF has assigned. I think this gathering has given us an opportunity how to promote peace and to live together as human family, because this is the purpose of God's creation. And if we extend and we explain the value, God's value, which is the basic of our soul, and in what we're doing, I think we are able to promote this peace with the group that we're working and in the community that we're living in.